Most people with arthritis are doing everything right, eating better, staying active, following advice, and their joints are still getting worse. Here's why. There are 3 exercises that feel healthy, that look healthy, that everyone around you is doing. But for arthritic joints specifically, they are quietly increasing inflammation, compressing damaged cartilage, and speeding up joint breakdown every single day. I'll show you all 3 and exactly what to replace them with. And trust me, number 3 is the one most people think is safe, but isn't. Here's what most people don't realize. Arthritis isn't just wear and tear, it's inflammation. And while the right movement can reduce inflammation, the wrong kind of exercise does the opposite. It sends stress into already inflamed joints, triggering more swelling, more stiffness, and more pain. That's why the goal isn't to stop moving, it's to move smarter. And it starts by avoiding the exercises that are working against you. Let's start with one of the most common: running, jogging, even fast walking on hard surfaces. Now, for healthy joints, running can be great, but for arthritic joints, it's a different story. Every step you take on hard ground sends a shockwave through your body, from your feet to your knees, to your hips, and even your spine. Studies show that running on hard surfaces creates impact forces 2 to 3 times your body weight, and for arthritic knees, that's significant. If your joints are already inflamed, that repeated impact acts like hitting a bruise over and over again. More impact means more inflammation. More inflammation means more pain, and over time, faster joint damage. And for many people, this is exactly why their pain never improves, even though they feel like they're doing everything right. Switch to water-based movement: swimming, water walking. In water, your body weight is reduced, your joints are supported, and you can move freely without that damaging impact. Even 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week can noticeably reduce stiffness. But honestly, that one doesn't surprise most people. This next one does, because it's in almost every healthy aging workout out there. Squats, lunges. You've probably been told these are essential, and they can be if your joints are healthy. But here's the problem. It's not the movement, it's the depth and the pressure. When you go into a deep squat, especially with weight, the pressure inside your knee joint can reach 4 to 8 times your body weight. Now think about that. If your cartilage is already worn down, that pressure doesn't strengthen the joint. It compresses and irritates it. Lunges do something similar, placing heavy stress on the front of the knee and damaged cartilage. Keep the movement, but make it safer. Chair squats, sit to stand exercises. Same muscles, way less joint stress. Sit down slowly. Stand up with control. Even 8 to 10 reps done properly can be incredibly effective. Now, this last one. This is the one that confuses the most people, because you've probably heard it's one of the best things for arthritis: yoga. Now, let's be clear. Yoga itself is not the problem. In fact, the right kind of yoga can be amazing. But certain poses, especially deep stretches, extreme bends, and joint hyperextension, can actually make things worse. Here's why. When a joint is inflamed, the tissues around it, ligaments and tendons, are often already loosened. So when you push that joint into a deep stretch, you're not loosening it, you're destabilizing it. That can lead to microdamage, more inflammation, and less joint support over time. For example, pigeon pose. Great for healthy hips, but with arthritis, it can push your joint into a position it simply can't handle right now. Other common problem areas: deep hip stretches, full forward folds on painful knees, finger joint pressure in certain poses. Focus on gentle range of motion movements, not pushing to the limit, just controlled movement. Ankle circles, shoulder rolls, wrist mobility.
and especially chair yoga designed for arthritis. You still get movement, circulation, and relaxation without risking joint damage. But honestly, even these 3 exercises might not be the biggest problem, because there's one daily habit that quietly makes everything worse. Here it is: stopping all movement when pain shows up. And look, that reaction makes sense. If something hurts, you stop. But with arthritis, that creates a trap. The less you move, the stiffer your joints become. The stiffer they get, the more painful movement feels. And that leads to even less movement. This is the pain inactivity cycle, and it keeps people stuck for years. The solution isn't pushing through pain. It's gentle, consistent movement every single day. Even on bad days, even if it's just 5 minutes of slow walking, simple joint circles, light seated movement. Because movement keeps your joints lubricated, your muscles active, and your recovery process going. Let's quickly recap. Stop high-impact running. Switch to water-based movement. Avoid deep squats and lunges. Use controlled chair movements. Skip extreme stretching. Focus on gentle mobility. And most importantly, don't stop moving completely. If you're living with arthritis, you already know how frustrating it can be. Some days, even simple movements feel harder than they should. But the right changes, even small ones, can make a real difference. Start with just one change this week, and build from there. Quick question: which of these were you doing? Running, squats, or yoga stretches? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to know the 3 exercises that actually help arthritis, the ones that are safe, effective, and easy to start, that's exactly what my next video covers. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Take care of your joints. I'll see you in the next video.